you got to do something, in my opinion, you got to do something to get the attention, whether.
Well, Kelly's got an unbelievable story about that when he was young like that with Hartford.
Yeah, I had gotten delayed on a flight out of Toronto to Hartford. And I was a walk-on. They had it was just going to be, 3 days and send him home. And I got to the gate, and there was Gordie standing there, Gordie Howe. He says to me, "How you doing, kid?" I said, "Mr. Howe, I just want to come over and say hi to you. I played in Gordie Howe Bowl. I played in Gordie Howe Park, Gordie Howe Arena. Played baseball, football, hockey. I just want to thank you for everything you've done for the kids in Saskatoon and Saskatchewan." He said, "Sit down, lad." So I sit down. He's talking to me for a while. He's like, "How did you get here?" And I said, I don't know. I played in Saskatoon. I wasn't drafted. This guy, Bruce Hamilton, said, just give him a chance. And I think they're short of guys probably, and that's what happened. We get called up to the podium. Well, Gordie does. And they're canceling the flight, and they're going to send it in the morning. And the lady said, "Are you two together?" And Gordie said, "Yep." So she said, "Come on up here, son." So now Mr. Chase and Mr. Howe are rooming together. And I mean, he could have sent me back to Saskatoon the next day. I couldn't give a shit less. I was like, I'm getting a room with Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. No one's going to believe this story. So we get up to the room, throw our bags in the room, and he says, "Come on, let's go get ourselves a steak and a beer." I'm not old enough to drink beer. I mean, I've tried it a few times. So we end up going downstairs, and he's like royalty in Canada. Well, everywhere, but
Well, yeah, Mr. Hockey.
Yeah.
and so we're down there, and we're talking, and he's saying, you got to make sure, like, tomorrow they know who you are. If they don't know who you are, you just go away. He goes, because nobody's gone to bat for you. There's no scout that watched you 20 times and said, "This is the guy we got to draft." Mm-hmm. So they're going to go for their guys in the room after the skate, and you're going to be on an island. So you got to show them something. Yeah. So he said, "Just make sure they know who you are." So I said, "All right." So I got to camp, and session 1, I hit a guy, and this guy steps up on me and wants to fight me, and he made the pass. And we get into this fight, and he doesn't do very good.
Came third.
Yeah. And he's disappointed in the fight, and he's like, and it's Billy Root. And
Yeah,
of course,
popular veteran, right?
popular veteran with amongst the guys. Journeyman, but popular. So the next day, I'm going to practice, and my roommate is Paul Lawless. And he says, "Hey, kid, just be careful out there today." Okay? There's oblivious, Don't realize the veterans are going to all come after me. Sure enough, get out on the ice right away when the puck drops, fight. Do pretty good. Another fight. Do okay. I'm like, this is pissing me off. Like, what? So anyways, at the time, I think it was Dana Merzen that decided he was going to get me, and the puck dropped, the gloves dropped. I didn't know he was coming. I ended up in the fight with him, and I didn't do very well. But anyway, I was pissed because I got jumped. And I'm yapping off the bench. And Tex Evans basically says to me, "Hey, sit down and shut up." So I wasn't happy enough with that explanation, so I waited till the Zambonis came out on the ice, and when they were skating around, that Weeksy was down talking to Dana, and I just followed the Zamboni down and clubbed Dana with my stick. And so there was a big shenanigans, and while the Zambonis out there, right?
You beat the piss out of them, too. Right?
Probably not a big deal to the veterans that were there. It was a big deal to me.
It was, yeah.
I was pissed off, and I was going to fight with somebody. Anyways, the next session comes out, and Tex Evans is like, "All right, you dumb little bastard, you want to play here?" He kept sending me out, and I just kept getting, one fight after another. Chris Branch, Sean Cronin, Torrey Robertson had just come back from a terrible, terrible leg injury, so he didn't fight with me, but screaming at me and hollering at me. And Paul McDermott, I fought. So anyways, complete chaos the whole second half of the game.
Yeah.
Went to go off the ice, shower. My teammates don't want to talk to me. They think I'm a lunatic. So they purposely stay away from me. I shower. I'm walking out of the Avon Old Farms Arena where we practiced, going to the bus, and I can tell my own teammates don't want nothing to do with me, right? This big old arm comes in front of me, right in front of the bus, and he says, "Hey, kid, they fucking know who you are now."
And that, you know, it's funny. You listen to you two guys, and it's like, I gotta be noticed. I gotta, you know, they gotta know who I am. And the way I went about it is, I didn't want anyone to even know.
And everybody
I
knew
was
who you
there.
were.
Yeah, but I didn't want anyone on the ice to ever know.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah.
And I was like, when I was kind of early in my scoring, I would tell the coach, if I'd been out there a little bit, I want to change. Like, I don't want Chelios and those guys. I want them to
Exactly.
forget that I just scored.
Yeah.
And then you can throw me right back
You know
out
what's
there. Like, I
you know what's
didn't
funny thing
celebrate.
at the end of that thing? He made the bus wait 10 minutes and just stood there and made me stay outside the bus and talk to him. Yeah. And I was anxiety because I wanted to get on that bus because I was making everyone late. No one said a word to me.
Yeah.
Not one. And you know what? That afternoon, Mark Howe called me. He said, "Hey, I heard you had an entertaining morning. Dad told me to grab you. We're going out, check some lobster traps." Said, "Come on, let's go fishing." And I got in the truck, and it was all of the guys that were yelling at me. And they took me out on the boat, and it was over. I never fought another Hartford Whaler at training camp. Mm-hmm. And they took me to Boston and said, "Listen, you're going to go home after the game, so we're going to send you from here back to Saskatoon to play junior."
Yeah.
But
You got to do something.
but we're good. But you're going to play in this game.
Yeah.
And you earned that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
But I'm a strong believer. You got to do something
Yeah.
to catch their attention. Whether and Holly, it's whether you've got a cannon of a shot, or you're a fast skater, or you're a tough kid. You got to do something to catch the eye of somebody.
Absolutely. You do. And that's, as soon as they see you, they can't stop seeing you.